Up early in the morning, getting the kids ready for school. Rise and grind, yeah. Pack a lunch or two. Talking about I gotta be at work in a few, yeah. Hey, for your daily news, hey. Grinding just for you, yeah. When you don't have a clue, yeah. Ain't got the scoop for you, yeah.
Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. You already know what time it is. It's the host with the most. Can't come close. Sure enough, don't mean to brag about. Yeah. El Boogie Lake. So, listen, y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Miss Fifi the Plug, Tara J, El Boogie. It's the dream team while you playing. So, what I'm gonna place this in your heart is, before we go any further, you just gotta let's pray for everybody who is trying to get through this thing with COVID. I got a couple of friends that got COVID. And I just want to send a few prayers out to everybody. Okay, give us like 10 seconds. Moment of silence. All right, that's it. Okay, so we gonna get that. We got that monkey off our back. So this is the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Give us a call 248-854-9850. In case you don't know, we got cheesecake. We got cheesecake. We're giving away Washington Gourmet Cheesecake. We're giving away cheesecake for the first caller to give us a call. And we might even give away some Amazon stuff today. I wasn't going to say Amazon stuff, but I don't want to say that. So, Carmen Evans came by and dropped off her book. Yes. The Covenant Relationships, Understanding What God Desires for Us. And she wrote me a touching message, and I was kind of, it touched my heart. It really did. It touched my poor little heart. And as my daughter would say, one time I was about to whoop her, she said, "Daddy, I love you with all my heart." And she did, like, trying to do like this, but her hands couldn't do it. It was funny. Cute. She's like, "I love you with all my heart." I said, "Okay, but you still about to get this ass whooping." And she looked at me like, "Huh?" I thought that's all I had to say. No, you got to say more than that. But anyway, thank you, Carmen, for dropping off me and Miss Fifi a book. People won't start getting jealous of me and Miss Fifi getting gifts, but so ain't that about it? That's our damn engineer, El Boog. So shout out to El Boog. Give El Boog a round of applause, please, because he's doing his damn thing. He really learned how to. Oh, okay, I don't know what that means. Him and Fifi got this thing going on. Anyway, I ain't want to go through it. So today we're going to talk about, where are you at with your love life? No, not love life. Where are you at with your love for yourself? Because loving yourself is a great part of your love life. And if most people don't understand that, damn, it's shame on them. Because what happens is, when you don't have no love for yourself, it's hard to let other people love. It's hard to love other people. It's just hard to love other people. With that being said, all I'm asking y'all is just take better care of yourself mentally, physically, and financially. Physical, financial, and mental. That's very important. We got people. They calling in and stuff. So we really gonna hit the button on it. So don't leave. Okay. I will, Medina. She said, "You ain't leaving a review yet." I will, damn it. Okay. Shout out to Tiffany. Yeah, praying for the whole world, Tiffany. And shout out to Shizba. Shizba, how you doing in Mexico? In Mexico, how you doing, Shizba? Because the reason I say that, because I know the world is in need of healing. And with that being said, we have to really think about what's going on and be cautious, how we talk to people, the way we talk to people. Boy, let me before I go any further. You know how people talk about somebody? You sitting right here, child, you gonna get scolded. Don't worry about that. That ain't none of your business. You late anyway. So when you talk about somebody, about whether they be late or not, you never know what their situation be, and then your ass wind up being late. That's what I like to bring to you in the camera in approximately 15 to 20 seconds. But before we go there, I had to change the morale of the show, because here's what it is. Okay, when I first came in, our first two shows, Terry J like, you late. Well, I had some things going on. So for the last 2 days, she been late as hell. I was late on time. She been late as hell. I mean, show started and everything.
I had some things going on.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But but what happens is when you talk about stuff, you wind up doing the exact same thing.
I know.
Okay. I don't get no apology yet. Okay. Well, you be late
even.
Monday when you.
We even.
No. Okay. Well, Monday I know you're gonna be late too, so we got to give
not.
I'm gonna give my. I'm sorry. I apologize. Mondays. Don't worry about it. I get it out your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah J. Give her a round of applause.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Yeah. Too late about that. We already went through that shit already.
Late.
You late. So and no, we are pointing out people's faults, because yes, today is the day. It's Friday, and today we talking about the importance of loving yourself. Good morning, Richard. He said good morning, team. Yeah, Richard said good morning, team, and not Miss Fifi. Fifi is not here with us today, y'all. She had to go. She flew to Africa. She'll be right back. She'll be back Tuesday. She went to Africa. She had to go find her a sugar daddy. I don't know, but have y'all noticed that been in the news lately about sugar daddies and sugar babies because of Tiger Woods' first mistress started a sugar daddy site.
Oh, really?
Yes, and actually, I'm not into Caucasian women at all, really. Okay. But she was kind of hot, right?
Not really.
But the bold picture, they doing Tiger Woods bold. Now they showing him the bald head, the Tiger Woods, like the George Jefferson Tiger Woods. So I don't know what the hell going on. Richard, what's up, though? Shizba, Richard, Tiffany, Nance. Thank y'all. Y'all always tuning in. We love y'all very much. So we talking about loving ourselves. So anyone who already won the cheesecake, you cannot win no more damn cheesecake. Just go support my mans and them over there. His name is Victor Washington over at Washington Gourmet Cheesecakes. I promise you, Tiffany Nance can tell you how good them damn cheesecakes is. The cheesecake's so damn good. I smacked everybody who said they made cheesecake. And they were like, what the hell you smacked me for? I said, because you ain't doing nothing. Carmen Hayes said, "Hey y'all, Carmen, I just told you. I just said to everybody, thank you for your message inside of my book that you left for me and Fifi. I didn't read Fifi's, but hers was better than mine. I mean, I read Fifi. I didn't. Never mind. Thank you for writing this touching message. I really appreciate you as well. Thank you. And by the way, y'all, yes, Carmen did receive her logo, as I said I was going to do, and she received it in a very quick timely fashion. For those who might say, yeah, but it's going to take him a while. No, it did not take me a while. Carmen had her logo last week. So just let you know, Carmen had her logo last week. So shout out to Carmen Evans for leaving me this book and a heartfelt message. I can't tell y'all what it said, but she said she said she appreciated my help, and that was good enough. Thank you, Carmen. She coming here late and unprepared. That's like a white woman. Terry J is not white, y'all. She just highly bright. At the end of the day, she's cute and all, but sometimes she get on my damn nerves. And Fifi is not here to defend her today, so she gonna get it. And it's just me and Elbug here too. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you gonna get it.
A
A what?
I ain't worried.
Okay, so
I ain't scared.
So
I ain't scared.
let's start with you then.
She ain't scared.
Let's start with you, Tara. What do you do for self love, for loving yourself, and what's the important? How do you feel? How important it is for to you to love yourself?
It's super important for you to love yourself. And you know what's so funny? Yesterday I had I have gifts. So I was just thinking like I shared with someone yesterday like men taught me self-love. I learned self-love from a man, not, because it was more so, going through experiencing challenges in life and just being around men, so they teach me how men are supposed to treat me and how I should present myself as a lady. What I do for self-love is, of course, I take the time out to just give myself like space when I need it, and I take myself to like, to the restaurant. So if
You
I
date
just need
yourself?
time, yeah, I date myself.
That's dope.
I keep myself up, as it relates to.
You just don't keep yourself on time.
No, I do. It was just.
I'm gonna hit you as much as I can. I'm gonna hit your ass as much as I can.
Yeah.
Cause listen, hey y'all, listen to me. Last time this motherfucker right here gonna come to me talking about why the fuck
Bring
you
it
late.
back.
I just simply said, look, I had a summer little issue, and his little son, my mother said, gonna say to me, he's like, yeah, right. Now I'm gonna tell her ass right now on local TV, cable TV, and all around the global mobile world.
Whatever.
If your son of a bitch ass say something to me again.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
All right, be right.
Yeah, but self-love looks more, it's just caring for yourself, because a lot of times women, we have a lot of responsibilities, and men too. I'm not going to sleep on the man, because I understand that they play different roles in their lives with their families as well, but it's just taking time for yourself and saying, self, it's time to sit down, it's time to unwind, it's time to pamper yourself, it's time to even speaking to yourself like, therapy, getting the things that you need to become, to reground yourself and to get centered in your space, in your mentals, your physical, your emotional. Self-love is physical, emotional. It could be mental, financial. So wherever area where you feel like you're lacking and it's not, where not lacking, but where you can see some improvement, add that to your self-love regimen. That's working out, that's eating right, that's,
Yes.
yeah.
That's dope. So definitely the way you feed your body is how your body going to treat you. Just like anything else. If you got plants in the house, however you treat your plants, that's how they're going to grow up. So if you introduce your body to fried foods and all fattening foods, the results can be very detrimental to your health. And I know from experience. As growing up as a small guy, I mean, I was very small. I was like I was 98 pounds and I was 20 years old. I had realized that women was I like a big man. So I'm up here eating double cheeseburgers with fried egg and corned beef on it.
High cholesterol.
Yes. And then but I was eating 2 of those a day, drinking 2 to 3 40 ounces a day.
Oh.
It was ridiculous.
445?
No, I'm from the D. I don't even drink no 445. It was old English.
O-E. Oh, I see that. I got an email that somebody said, wow. They told me I need to find another word to say other than wow. I need to look in the dictionary.
Yeah, fuck them. Listen.
Hashtag wow
No,
challenge.
but it was so unrelated. But it just tickled me though.
Right, because what we talked about.
Yeah.
Dope. So, hey, look. Wow. So, so when people say, I'm sorry, I'll take my cussing offensive.
He ain't
See,
sorry.
I always cut myself off like, pardon my French.
No.
He ain't sorry, y'all.
And where the hell somebody said cuss words is French anyway? Maybe because most people didn't understand it when you said it.
Right.
Like, mother. They be like, what does that mean? You do your mother? No, fool. But all I ask is for people to start loving yourself and, oh my God, like my body has been through so much. I don't even want to tell you. I don't want people crying. And a lot of things I went through in life in the past 3 years, within the past 3 years, it would break down most people. And I'm lucky I have God in my life and I have people I can talk to and I don't have to. So a lot of times I don't vent my problems. I vent my process. Does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah, and I did. Yeah, spiritual love is necessary because it keeps
Always.
you. That is like the whatever your highest power is.
Yes.
Spiritual love, you got to get spiritual because that's what's gonna keep you level headed.
And keep you pushing through. And also sometimes when you have some people, I need people to bounce things off of. That's not me. I can consult with my God inside of my spirit, and we can communicate, and that's my beginning of my healing process. I don't need validation or a yes person in my life as long as I understand who I am. And the day that I don't understand who I am, then I'm gonna need shoulders to lean on. I don't need to lean on shoulders. I want people to lean on me because I'm strong enough to understand that what's in life is better because you can resolve it quicker than you can in death. You feel me? Because once you're dead, you're gone. Your spirit can still exist if you had the right teachings and the right spiritual guidance to understand how to leave your spirit here so people can feed off of it and gain energy from it. So I don't want to go too deep because I know most of y'all people don't know how to read. So shout out to the people that don't know how to read. Y'all give them a round of applause. No? Okay. Engineer says. Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay, so to all the LD students, yes. Mumford had a lot of LD students, y'all. And in case you don't...
The disrespect. The disrespect.
Hey, that's what the show is about sometimes. No, but here we talk about money, music, and
self-love,
financial freedom, things of that nature. So loving yourself is so important. Like me and El Boog, like we big dark skinned dudes, right? So one thing about us, we definitely have to keep ourselves groomed properly.
Is it what makes you say you have to? Because you're dark skinned?
No, not because we dark skinned. It's just it's a certain stigma that's placed on people of our stature. Like when people look at us, they just sometimes don't even know the intellect that's behind us.
Really?
Oh my God! Listen, one time I sat down with somebody. They was like, "Dog, I did not know." I'm like, "What you thought I was just stupid?" Well, you got all that great, and I did not. Okay. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Al.
I get it because I'm a DJ.
Yeah, I mean, but
simply because of my title, you ain't that smart. All you doing is playing music.
All you do is play records. That's all.
Music is genius.
But I see what he's saying. But people,
I'm just saying, like, it's just this automatic assumption. Like,
but it's not because
you ain't
DJ.
go to school.
Not because it's just DJ. Not because you DJ, because you said when you had a mohawk too, people took.
Well, you know, when I had the mohawk, people thought I was gay.
Right.
That's because it was colored.
Right.
So it's like he gotta have some sugar in his tank.
That's art. That's being artistic.
But most people don't equate. Listen, when you creative, you have no limitations, right?
None.
When you when you DJing your music, you learning a lot, and most people don't understand. You learning math, okay? Because you learn the measurements, timing. You learning a whole lot. Am I right? Yeah. They can't see you. Just shake your head.
Yeah.
We gonna nod with you. Blink one for yes, two for no.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm teaching DJing now. And they, some people, once I start teaching, they be like, "Dang, I didn't even know it was like this."
Yeah, because everybody think you just press a button and it go.
Yeah.
But make it so bad. They making programs where it is just press and go, and it takes the art out of it too. Because
but even with that, the ones that just press and go, they not good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the art behind it and what actually goes behind it, with you being able to know timing, what's the 8th count, what's the 16th count, what's the 4th count, how you count bars. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
That's how
learning music and keys. So when you do your blends, the music sound good. It ain't sounding like somebody beating somebody up. You know what I'm saying? You're not tearing your listener's ear up because you got these clashing.
That's like making
sounds. You know what I'm saying? So that part of it, they can't, regardless of what technology they come out that make it easier for the DJ. Yeah. At the end of the day, you still got to be able to do some basic things in order for you to actually rock a party.
Right.
For people to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, I was at a party, like at a pool party last weekend. They were like, this DJ sucks.
Listen,
I was cracking up.
First of all, a DJ who DJing at a pool party in the middle of wintertime kind of suck anyway. Suck ass.
He said, so DJ in the wintertime.
Is at a pool party kind of suck ass.
No. I was like, you depressing everybody.
Right.
Like, it was just all the sad music, mumble jumble.
Carmen, well, Carmen, just get me the information that you want on your business card, sweetie, and that's a done deal. You'll have it by no later than Wednesday. So, shout out to T. Lee Stringer. Good morning, sweetie. Carmen, back watching us. So, listen, self-love, the importance of self-love. As a man, I really believe a man need to learn how to submit himself to God and let all things that is natural into his system, into his brain, because the submission to God will let you understand a lot of other people's problems. So if you understand someone else's problem, it won't come into yours. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we, as men, we have a tendency to absorb people's problems, and all of a sudden they ours. You know what I mean? Because we big and strong. No, I mean, I admit a lot of days I am Superman, but even Superman get weak. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So we got to really think like...
That's real.
Most definitely.
Being real with yourself is self-love.
Yes. I was just about to say that. You took my damn point away. In the books that I write, I say admittance. Admittance is very important. Admit to who you are. In all the books I write, I always have a 2-column thing. Like, what is your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Mm-hmm. Because if you cannot admit your weakness, you kind of screwed. You know what I mean? If I was to meet a female in this day and age, the first question I ask them is, what are your faults? You know what I mean? Let me know your flaws and then give me your faults. Because people that has faults has a tendency to push their faults on you. Make sense?
Projection.
Yeah. Because everyone has flaws. There's no one on this earth that's flawless. No one ever been created that was flawless. There's no animal that's flawless. Everyone has a purpose. When God created animals, he created a predator and he created a prey for that animal. It's crazy, but it's true. But even the most meek animals, or smallest animals, such as a sheep or a goat, can be a ram. Them horns there for a reason, to protect themselves, right? A sheep don't have nothing because it's for slaughter. It's for food. So we got to think in that nature. So when it comes to your self-love, with men, if you don't learn how to submit to God, it's kind of hard. You ain't gonna be able to open up to nothing else. If you cannot submit to the Creator that created you and submit, you would not be able to open up.
So what does submission look like for a man? Because it's different for women than it is for men.
Most definitely.
What does this look like?
A man has to understand that in order to go further, you have to be a listener. The greatest powers that we have as men is our ears.
Your eyes.
But no.
The ears?
No, just the ears. Because I don't know if you ever seen this.
Look at you all passionate. Go ahead, get into it. Look at you.
I'm being honest with you.
He all hip rolling in the chair and everything.
I'm not hip rolling. What the hell I'm talking about hip rolling? This ain't Minjo's a special edition.
Oh, Rogue Show? This ain't Girth?
No. Girth men don't be hip rolling in this bitch.
You getting passionate, them shoulders working. Go ahead, preach.
I just got broad shoulders.
Go ahead. You getting passionate.
Okay, that was that Johnny Carson.
Lean into it. He leaning into it. Go ahead, lean into your word today.
No, most men, when submission to a man is being a great listener, because the only way you're gonna find out the problem is if you listen. Looking at something from this angle and it's happening from this way, you get confused. It's not the proper perspective. But if you listen. Like blind people, when they listen, they hear everything and they understand, they know where you at and everything. And I used to be able to listen to 5-6 conversations while I was sitting in a restaurant. Because whoever I be with, they be like, why you got your eyes closed? I said, I'm listening. They're like, listening to what? I'm like, some people talking about they about to run out on their bill. And I want to move out the way when that security just knock them down. They be like, get the hell out of it. Next thing you know, you hear boom, 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 boom. I'm like, see, told you. They're like, dog, you heard that? And we sitting. I said, yes, because I pay attention. I always been a listener, and that's one of my greatest gifts is the ability to listen. Like when people talk to me, I don't listen to them like, okay, here this bullshit go again, but I listen to the undertone, how they breathing, and that's how you really know somebody telling the truth.
How they breathing?
Yes.
But I just ran up the stairs, so you telling me
you ain't gonna run up the stairs?
If I'm out of breath, talking, that's something wrong.
Okay, see, light skin. This how we gonna do it. If you run up the stairs, you ain't gonna be like, let me tell you my problem. That ain't how that shit gonna go.
I get it.
You gonna
So you measure the breaths. That's deep. That's poetic.
Well,
I measured.
Look at it. She, I guess I'm gonna steal your lyrics.
He measured the depths of your breath.
This going in her next poem.
But right, come on. I measured his breath as he intaked the smell of my very perfume. No, no, but seriously, so listening is so important because you can hear everything, and then you be able to open up your ears. Once you open up your ears, you can open up your heart for God to talk to you. See, when God began to talk to you, everything else, I call it the silent whisper. And the silent whisper, you be like, she lying. You know what I mean? You be like, people be like, how you know she was lying? I said, bro, she telling me she lost her mother with a straight face and no tears in her eyes, and she lost her mother 3 days ago. She told me she loved her mother. Okay.
She may have been in a state of shock.
You won't be in a state of shock and talking to somebody. That's up. See, that's what I'm talking about. That part. If listen to what I said. She lost her mother 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
She straight face talking to me, no tears, no tissue, no nothing to show comfort. See, when people pass away, I don't care if it's a book. They be like this, like, man, I lost my mom. You know what I mean? People grab on to stuff when they lost something because they need something to replace it because it's a touch, it's a feel. And anyway, but this lady lied to me, and the guy's sonic whisperer was like, she's lying.
Who lies? Like,
so
why would you lie?
So what I did, I said, oh wow, because she said her mother was her best friend, right?
Oh yeah. She
Right.
capping.
No, listen, she capping shit. Them all capital letters. She said her mother was her best friend. She was 30. I think she was like 38, between 35, 38. I said, so I'm witty on my feet. I said, oh, when was she born? When she said, oh, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Sound like you was at a gas station. Somebody was asking for change or
First
something.
of all,
it was a real person.
That's what she get right.
Oh, I guess it's because Fifi not here. They give me the one more
no,
part day.
not you.
Oh, the lady.
Don't get emotional.
That's for the
see?
that's for the lady that's
This guy-
lying.
this guy-
That's from the
How would you lie about your mama dying? Like,
because she owed some money. And when people
That
owe
makes
money,
sense.
and when she owe money, people think that a motherly death is one to listen for. But what I did, I just declared it as a loss that day.
Yeah, you wrote it off.
Yeah, because she was lying. So
That's ridiculous.
men has to, but I could have been aggressive, but I didn't. So that's what most people believe men are. So we don't. But if we begin to listen, we be able to hear God talk to us too. So that's definitely a way of self-love, having the ability to let God in. That's it.
That's deep.
So,
Having the ability to let God in.
all in all, if people really start to understand who they are, they understand how to deal with other people.
Right. That's true.
And a lot of people don't. A lot of people be like, huh? What you mean? Well, idiot, this how this go.
A lot of people speak just to
Hear
listen,
themselves
just to
out.
speak. Yeah, like no, just because like when you know how I stare off, I'm absorbing information. So people think that I'm not listening. No, I'm taking everything in and I'm dissecting, filtration. Like I was speaking to someone the other day. Is like when people talk to me, or when you snuffing out BS, it's like it goes through a filtration system. Like I'm like, okay, here's the water going through the pipes. Here's what's real, what's not. That's how my mind operates.
Okay.
So I'm like, just in the blink of in a split second. So you got to be discerning of who you like. Even now, when it comes to like partnerships and things of that nature, I'm being more discerning as to who I connect. Where I position myself, because it's positions that drain you, and I'm like, I'm not here to be drained. I'm here to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like this is draining me, it's not for me. So instead of me jumping on the bandwagon like, oh, let me see how this works out. And be okay with that. Let me see how this works out. Then I'll commit. Let me see how we work, how we communicate.
Right.
Then I'll see, okay, I can commit to this. It's worth it.
Right.
Because people drain your energy.
All the time.
And that's self-love, not allowing people to drain your energy.
Right. So never let nobody drain your energy. I swear to God, as soon as when I feel like my energy being drained, I be like, I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, that was. You've been
mean-
going to the bathroom every day.
Yes. Let me
On
go to-
air.
I'll be right back. Let me go to the bathroom.
On air.
You draining me now.
No, but have you ever been like in a room with somebody? Because I'm sensitive to certain things. Like I got gifts, so it's just like, have you ever been in a room with somebody and your energy, like you just feel your body you get tired.
Your spidey senses go off.
Yeah, you just get tired.
Oh,
like
no.
I was riding with someone out of town, and that whole ride, my energy was like, it was like, dude, like my battery was just going down.
Yeah.
Because that toxic energy they had on them.
I had a situation going on like that before, but I was looking up on my phone. I was like, hey, man, can you just take me to the airport? I got a call. I need to go back home.
Right.
I'm not lying. I done it before plenty of times. Well, no. I did it 4 times.
Okay.
I was riding with people out of town. I'm like, you know what? I got an emergency. I got to go back home.
Yeah.
Because either I felt something very bad about to happen, or you know how people be driving crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "No, we ain't gonna make it up that hill. Take me to the airport."
Right.
bro.
Pull over. Let me out. I love my life.
Carmen Evans said, "Is it hard for men? Is it hard for men to submit to God? It all depends on who they are, Carmen. I'm not gonna lie. It's so easy for me to submit to God because, as I said before, and most people don't understand, I've been hearing voices since I was 4 years old.
Oh, you got gifts too.
I definitely got gifts. I'm gifted. I've been hearing voices since I was 4 years old. I just started to admit me hearing voices after they came back. They left when I was 42, right after I got sick. And then they came back about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. Damn. No, 3 years ago. They came back 3 years ago. And then I started telling people. You know, people like, sometimes people say intuition. Like, what is intuition? Well, intuition to me is those voices. You know what I mean?
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, but most importantly, is sometimes the intuition, those voices, because they've been here before and they hear all. People on the other side hear everything. You know what I mean? And they can convey it to me. But at the same time, people are like, how you knew that? If I told them, well, an angel or a ghost told me, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But if I say, oh, God told me, right? They'd be like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. God told you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of times it'd be voices that speak to me. Like I used to wake up when I was younger. My mom was like, why you ass up so early? I felt like saying, because I'm hearing all these goddamn voices in my head, Mom. But I didn't. It wasn't until one day I was like 8 or 9 years old. My mother, I said, Mom, Sue is Cecilia. She was like, boy, that's your Auntie Chippy. I'm like, no, she said she your mother. She said, what you say? I said, she said she your mother. She said, Petey, come here. And she said, so you mean tell me you talked to my mother? And mind you, I never seen her mother. I never didn't know her mother name or nothing. And she was like, my God. And she's like, don't tell nobody else that. Just whatever you do, don't tell nobody else.
That was something that was swept under the rug.
Well, it wasn't swept up on the rug because she'd be coming in at work and say, my mama talked to me. I was like, no, because it didn't work like that. And it still doesn't work like that. Like, I didn't have people that was there that I was like, who is, I go, like, one day I might say, El Boogie, who is Stan? You'd be like, I had an uncle named Stan, but he passed away. I'd be like, oh. And you'd be like, hold on, oh, what? You know what I mean? And I'd be like, well, he was trying to tell me about your socks or something. You like the socks or something. And they, you know what I mean? He's seen them under your bed. You'd be like, what the fuck? Really? and then you would go home and they'd be
Find
under your
those
bed.
socks.
Right. And it's tripped out because it happened to me often. I don't get into telling people that a lot. T. Lee says, can a man set goals or make plans and seriously complete them?
Absolutely.
Yes, men can. The problem is with that question is, if you haven't met someone like that, then you haven't been looking in the right places.
That's true. I agree.
A man can set goals. A man can complete a lot. If we could not, especially African American men, if we could not, we wouldn't have the air conditioner If we were not, we wouldn't have motor cars. If not, we could not have elevators. If we did not, we wouldn't have the light bulb. If we could not, it's a lot of shit we could talk about.
Stoplight.
Right, stoplight. But the most difficult person is to set goals and complete is a woman. And here's why. Because y'all are emotionally attached to everything.
Not necessarily.
I'm not here to prove you wrong, but the fact that y'all
She said not necessarily.
the fact that you can have an emotional attachment to something that's growing inside of you, and don't know what it is, right? Or you have emotional situations and you're not even pregnant. And you can make yourself believe that you're pregnant, that you want to be pregnant by a person so bad.
That's mental. That ain't emotional. That's mental situation.
What are mental situations?
Mental. That is a mental situation.
But it deals. Mental deals nothing with.
That's delusion.
No, but that's emotions.
That's delusion.
Delusional things are emotions because these are things that you don't have to necessarily feel it with your heart. Emotions are emotions. Emotions is everything that we deal with, but men don't deal with emotions like women deal with emotions.
Oh, I got yep.
T. Lee said without procrastination. Yeah, men can do those things without procrastination.
Yes, and most importantly, T. Lee, when you think about men that procrastinate, sometimes men procrastinate for far more reasons than a woman would procrastinate. So when I say the perspective of women and men, it's not nothing where it's men versus women. It's a simple fact that, yes, procrastination, because a lot of men today are being judged on their actions. So when a man do actions, he try to make, right now I know of, most men try to, they procrastinate because they just want to do the right thing. We so tired of black men being told that we're not doing the right thing. We're not doing right by our family. We're not doing right by our cousins. We're not doing right by our wife. We're not doing right by our kids. And the truth is, no one knows how to really do anything correctly until it's complete. So that's one thing we have to look at. However, when you look at the women's perspective, women don't procrastinate because the system has placed women in a position to where women can't afford to procrastinate. And also, women go to college. Also, women graduate from college. Also, women are the head of their household in most cases. Shizba asked, did any voices come through to you when I called in? No, Shizba, no voices came through. But I will say this, Shizba. The voices that come through always be around people that I know and or had close attachment to, that I either it's crazy, but either I have a close attachment to or an estranged attachment. Like I was sitting in the airport when I was younger, and my mother like, Petey always make friends wherever he go, because I be talking to them about dead people, and they be like, they used to look at me like I had sailors and women. I think the first Oriental woman who was in the Air Force had sent me a big ass plane one time, and I was like 7 years old. You know what I mean? And I used to get all kind of gifts from people that I met in the airport, and I was attracted to their suits. You know what I mean? And their hats and stuff when I was younger, because I wanted to fly airplanes. And I would tell them things. They were like, I remember the Oriental lady. I didn't know she was Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, whatever. I said, well, some guy named John said he still love you. And she looked at me like, John.
Wow.
I said, I don't know his last name, but it looks like an L. And she looked at me, she just started crying. She said, oh my God. And then my mother was like, what's wrong? She said, this your son? She was like, yes. She's like, he was telling me about my boyfriend. He died like 2 years ago, right before we got married, right before we was get married.
Well, drop your Cash App so you can start. His Cash App is so you can start. He's a medium.
I'm definitely a medium, but at the same time,
his Cash App be like.
No, I'm not pimping my gift.
That ain't pimping.
Yes, it is.
That's profiting.
No, it's not. It's profiting, and I don't do that. God give you a gift so you can give somebody a present. So,
okay.
When you live how I live, I don't live off of my gifts. I live off of my gifts, but my gifts is something that can help other people and also help myself. Sometimes you bring more sorrow, then they feel more happier later. You feel me? That lady cried for about a whole hour.
Yeah.
And I describe because He was writing John. I knew he wrote John, and I knew it looked like an L. I couldn't see his face. All I can see is figures or hear voices or whatever. I don't never see the dead. I'm not the person to see the dead. But you got some people who hear and see the dead. I'm not that person. I hear them. And sometimes I don't know if they're dead. They could be God's angels. Or it could be the voice of God. I don't know.
Yeah, I
You know
have
what I mean?
dreams about strangers. I'm like, who are these people?
Oh, but that's what. So here's the thing about opening up. So when voices or spirits come to you, they don't come to you normal. You feel me? You be like, who is this?
Strangers. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, but that's the part about opening up, about listening, because that's when you go in deep meditation and then you listen.
Okay, so another self-love, act of self-love is saying no, knowing when to say no.
Yes.
Not putting too much on your plate. Trying to manage. Get effective time management skills. Just saying no, I'm not available. Because a lot of times people take advantage. Like if you're always bailing somebody out, if you're always enabling an individual, then your resources get drained. So don't learn the hard way. Say no. Whoever needs to hear that.
Yes.
It's okay to say no, whether it's your mama, your son, your friend So a lot of people need to be able to stand on their own. If it's not adding value to your life, and it's not improving the quality of the individual's life, say no.
Yes, please say no.
Business, personal, whatever it is.
Yeah, so self-love is very important. And for T. Lee was like, what the hell? Without procrastination. But procrastination is can be a form of growth too.
Okay.
'Cause some people just jump into things a lot of times and don't think about nothing. Because
impulse.
To be impulsive and to be a human being is natural. However, procrastination is just as natural as well. Now, to procrastinate on some things that you need to get done, that's different. You know what I mean? Some people are like, he procrastinating, he need to marry me.
It's a process, honey.
It's a process, and that might be good for him procrastinating.
Right.
Right, because
I agree.
You might need enough
Let
time.
that man procrastinate. Get to know yourself. Like, that's the thing about loving at a distance. Like, if we put ourselves in, if we're dating people, like getting to know people is healthy instead of just jumping into things. Like, when you jump into things as blindly, it's a train wreck.
Most definitely. Shizba said the choice of memory you choose to share made sense to me. I don't know what you're saying.
Call in and let us know.
Yeah,
248-854-9850. Let's dive into that statement.
Yes, and to the first caller, first caller, you also get a piece of cheesecake from Washington Gourmet Cheesecake. Shout out to Tiffany Nance. She has a personal assistance business, so and her services are great, and she's very analytical and on time with her services too. So that's what's up. Shout out to Tiffany Nance, y'all.
Shout out to Tiffany. Keep it going.
Tiffany,
she might have been talking about that last story you shared about the Asian woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it resonated with her.
Yeah, because
that it made sense to her.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you for breaking that down.
Yeah.
Because Shizba, I believe she live on a reservation too. She's an Indian.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's Cherokee.
Native American.
Native American. Yeah. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, Shizba. You know what I mean. You know what my heart is, because she's been with us for a long time, and I really appreciate her.
So I wonder, you said her name is Shizba? Shizba. What are some of can you call in and share some of your self-love tips, or drop it in the comments,
Please
especially with culturally?
Yeah.
Since we learned that you're Native American, like as a culture, is it a culture thing? Like, how do you all practice self-love?
Carmen Evans said, procrastination when you dated for years is not good. Well, that's not procrastination. That's kind of stupidity when you're a particular age. You don't date for years like that. If you're going to get married or y'all going to separate, y'all just going to be friends. So procrastination, that must be Shizba. Hey, Shizba.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sweetie. How you doing, beautiful?
Hey.
I'm doing good. How are you all doing?
Great.
We're doing good.
What did you mean
Good.
what did you mean by the choice of memory on the message you
Oh,
left?
well, yeah, I just found that interesting because I just kind of just something in me was like, let me just ask him, if he's ever, and a haha, like, oh, I'm sorry, my dog. Okay,
No.
talk about energy sucker. There she is. Energy sucker.
She's an energy sucker today. Protect her at night, energy sucker in the day.
No, I'm like, those are people in the street outside tend to your own energy to take it all mine. Oh my gosh. But she's a good house. She protects me, so that's all good. But anyhow, no, I just found it interesting because you and I feel like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like when I see and understand, because I'm 48, so I'm at that level where I see and I understand and I listen, like you said.
Right.
So I definitely have learned through the process because I'm an adult with, ADD. So I really had to learn that actually having ADD is actually multitasking in a sense, but like you said, you can tend to procrastinate and it's a gift.
Yes.
Because you have multiple gifts and you just kind of learn to. So with energy, I just had this need to ask you and see what your immediate response would be. And so when you chose the story of the woman in the airport with the message, it was just interesting for me because it made sense to me only because of past experiences, and it just solidified a question I've always had about. I don't know how to explain it because I'm putting too much energy into something that needs to stay in the past, but it makes sense to me now. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yes.
it does. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. No problem.
Wait, before you
Even-
go. Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, yeah, before you go. So we did learn you're of Native American descent. So how do you practice self-love in your culture? Like, what does that look like?
In all honesty, boundaries. Oh my gosh, boundaries. Just because, in the historical sense, as far as being Native American, even we walk in two worlds. We walk in our world as being a Native American, and then we walk in what we call the Western world, the colonized world. And we have often been conditioned. So our innate instinct to be unconditional has been conditioned, of course. So that's kind of a hard one. So eventually you have to figure out who you are. You ground yourself, and that requires just being one with yourself all around. And that is times removing yourself from pavements, sidewalks, from buildings, and going home where it's just dirt and trees and air and
Nature.
bird,
Yes.
and grounding yourself so that you can, even talking about, I can feel myself resurging right now in my energy level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you have to, so it's like an inner spiritual meditation that you have to do.
Okay.
And to ground yourself, and you have to resurge your energy. I can't believe I'm feeling it right now, talking to you guys right now. That's just
awesome.
That's awesome.
I live miles away, and I live right at the border. I live in town where I have to live to have a job, and then where home is, where I consider home is, there are no jobs. So
Wow.
For that reason, that's the barrier. But anyway, that's how I do it. And just building barriers for yourself. You have to really energy. True and is real, and sometimes some people bring energy from their and they try to take that from you. So you have to build energies and let them know, no, I'm in the here and now. You are in my past. I'm in the here and now. I'm moving forward. You step away with your energy.
And you know what? One time, I'm glad you said that about boundaries, because I never had demon thoughts or demon voices or demonized voices. But I will tell you, I did have a voice or a spirit that was kind of aggressive, and I had to say, you got to go.
Yeah.
And as I said, you got to go after so many times, I never heard that voice again. So yes, having boundaries,
Yeah.
having boundaries in your spirit, you having boundaries, period, is good, but you also have to have spiritual boundaries as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And there are times when I have to go through that phase as well and be like, because I always feel like everything's a storm. Everybody's going to go through a storm. It's how you come out of that storm. That's the process in life,
Yes.
So sometimes you get to a point as you get older and you become more spiritually aware, you see that storm and you almost become enlightened, because then you're like, now I get to use my skills, and what am I going to get out of this storm,
Yes.
So you kind of see it that way. And then, like you said, the negative spiritual, and I had to learn it especially in a real bad domestic violence, separation, whatever. But there's still that you that you still have, and you're kind of like, how do I deal with this? And I learned that about myself, that I was to the point where I was like, oh, I could feel that negative energy, that really bad energy, and I would kind of look and be like, oh, you're here again today. All right, I guess you want to be prayed for too.
Right.
Let's
There
do
you
this.
go.
right.
Let's do this, you know. And of course, you're going to deal with the post, because you're dealing with it, and when you deal with it, it's a little bit of a trial again,
And then
tribulation, but it helps you get through it again. So the more I did that, the less I could feel that really bad negative energy.
Well, that's dope. Thank you for sharing that
Anyway.
with us, Shiz. But thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Thank you all. You guys are always enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shiz, but tell people where you're at right now. You in New Mexico?
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico, so I'm basically in the general area of most of the Native Americans. We've got about 23 tribes in our area. So I'm in the southwest region of the U.S. So I'm
Okay.
like Utah, New Mexico, Colorado,
Okay.
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. We appreciate you as always.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
as always, I appreciate you all.
All
Bye-bye.
right then. Bye bye. So Carmen Evans says I practice boundaries by having learned to say no at times.
Yes,
So
that
no,
works.
No, Carmen, I would like to say this too.
No is my best friend.
Well, I'm gonna say no is not my best friend. I'm gonna tell you it's my best friend. Okay. I love the words. I like the two letters O and K. Here's why. Okay, stop a lot of shit. Okay. You just
I
stop
see
a
where you
lot
going
of
with
shit.
this. Okay.
When you say no, you know the word. This is where it get tricky. People say, well, if people gonna say no so many times, then they're gonna wind up saying yes. Feel me? When you say okay, like if you with your girl, you be like, okay. It ain't shit else to talk about. After that, you say okay, it ain't nothing else to talk about.
Then that's
For some
dismissive.
people,
It could be
ain't.
this right.
Yeah.
But okay is always my follow up to no.
No, I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
But no is my favorite word.
Okay.
I'm saying no regardless. If
Okay.
I don't want something to happen, I'm saying no.
Okay.
And
Wow.
But saying no.
That's so that's just shedding it. That is
Well,
okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna practice.
Saying no brings up a question. Because they're like,
Oh.
why you saying, why you telling me no? And you be like,
well, yeah,
because,
for some people,
yeah, but
it depends on the relationship though. So
Very
that's where
true.
relationship,
Very true.
becomes important. Like how y'all communicate with each other. So somebody would be able to know, like if you saying no, like you just not saying no just to be saying it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So most of the people that know me, like if I'm telling you no, like it's just no, like I don't want to do it.
Right.
Like, and you know that. Because 9 times out of 10, if you ask me to do something, as long as I'm available, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got you. But if I
Right.
have to tell you no, either it means that I can't because I'm already doing something else, or I not because I don't want to.
Right.
Right.
That's the only, you know what I'm saying? And you can't question me and get me to change my mind because I'm not changing my mind. Like once I'm saying no, that's it.
That's
It's a wrap.
So right now, y'all, we about to go into paying some bills right quick. We about to go into paying some bills. We'll be right back. We have been missing our bill paying mark, but that's because the conversation be so dope. You know what I mean? And in case you don't know, you listen to the Rising Ground Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's the Super Team, Super Friends. DJ L Boogie, Tara J, and my homegirl Miss Fifi the Plug, myself, M Dixon. We'll be right back.
SF Hardy presents Dancing Monkeys in My Soup. While on vacation in Peru, Jabbar discovers pygmy marmosets dancing in his dinner suit.
There's something in it.
leaving the family alarmed and confused. They don't know how to get the monkeys out of the soup. Do you? SF Hardy, literacy advocate, author, and founder of Get Litty Family Reading Readiness Program, presents Dancing Monkeys in My Soup.
Yo, this is RV from Greener Things. Do you want to learn how to grow hydroponically? I can teach you each and every Monday at 6 p.m. Each and every Monday, 6 p.m. on how to grow hydroponically. To reserve your spot, email us at info@greenerthings.com. info@greenerthings.com. To reserve your spot today at info@greenerthings.com.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We had to pay a couple bills to Greener Things. Check him out. He do I think he do free consultation, or if you email him, it's info@thegreenerthings.com, info@thegreenerthings.com, and just check him out. I think he do some free consultation for you. Just schedule it in. That's my man RV over there. And SF Hardy, we got a new trailer coming from SF Hardy. We're starting first thing Monday morning. SF Hardy's so dope. Bush baby. So right now, I would like to we're gonna end this out, and we want y'all to stay with us. Next week is gonna be very kind of spectacular and remarkable in a lot of sense. So, Tara J, tell them where they can find you at, baby.
You can connect with me on Instagram at.
Stop. You can connect with me.
I connect with people, so we gonna connect. Y'all ain't following me. We connecting.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna call you. There's Fifi and there's Fofo. Go Fofo. Damn. Go ahead.
All right. So again, I am Tara J. I am the light at the end of the tunnel. You can connect with me on Instagram at. Well, we can connect on Instagram at TERAJ Untamed.
Okay, Elbug, when they can find you as brother?
Y'all can find me
I almost messed up and called you sweetheart. When they can find you as sweetie?
It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it be like that.
Oh man, what's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Boog. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Boog's World. Also follow my radio station, Groove Radio Detroit. We're gonna be doing some stuff with my man MD and podcasting.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that. Groove Radio DET on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well.
Right. Shout out to ventradio.net. Ventradio.net is another brother station of ours. Also video video box on Roku. And yes, it's finally here. We'll let you know when it's fully out of beta testing, but podcasting will be streaming 24 hours, 7 days a week. On that note,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So next week, I don't know. Are we gonna have some entertainment next week? Have some poets and rappers come on the show?
I don't know about poets and rappers, but I know we're gonna have a dancing monkey on the pole.
What?
We got
I didn't get the memo.
a mule that play the bongos. we got some stuff coming up. So
All right.
okay,
We got some surprises coming up. I hope you available.
yes.
In my comments over here, I hope you available on my Instagram.
Oh, she putting her googly boo boo eyes.
Yeah.
On that shit.
Come through.
Yeah, that's that pregnant talk. I'm pregnant. Anyway, shout out. Thank y'all for watching us. We love y'all as always. The Rise and Grind Morning Show, and we out.
Deuces.
Hey, what's up? This your boy MD for the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. But check this out. If y'all have any independent clothing, get in contact with us. Hit us up, simplypodcastic@gmail.com. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Just get in contact with us. We want to promote you, help us help you, and we'll be a better group of people. All right? So, again, www.simplypodcastic.com. You can see all the video channels. Everybody